We got a question from Marco. I heard on some podcast or interview that you mentioned Brad Pitt in Fight Club and comment on his physique. That would not be true. The only time I talk about Brad Pitt is in the movie Troy. The movie Troy, I had a chance to go to another movie or Troy, and I picked Troy. And as I was watching it, I realized it was the most disastrous movie I've ever seen. It was horrid. And then stop. Except for when Brad Pitt as Achilles is on the screen. And I don't say it right, but there was an old Greek word called arete or something like that. Arete. And it's this idea of striving for perfection. And when you watch Brad Pitt in that movie, he completely summarizes what arete is. A phrase we use in track and field from Charlie Francis: looks right, flies right. My goal to always have the most beautiful technique. Sometimes you look at someone throwing, you're like, yeah, that's gorgeous. And that's what arete is. And that's what Brad Pitt is. Talking with my friends, I came to the conclusion that most males would rather look like Brad than, for example, some powerlifter with a big belly. Yeah, I mean, unless you're trying to pull 800 pounds, and then you probably want to look more like that powerlifter. Bodybuilders and models are not in the equation because they're literally obsessed with their looks, and that is certainly not healthy. I would like to know what is a good and normal look for me. Well, for me, I like men to have strong shoulders. To me, I'm a big fan of the V shape. I mean, I think that's the way to go. I think men should have legs. Nothing makes me more grossed out than those little, when you go to amusement parks and you see the young guys and they're strutting around like this, and you look at their legs and they got, little pin legs. But I do think, I don't have an example. You could argue like some of the discus throwers in the 80s, that they had a look that I thought was pretty amazing. If you look at pictures of David Riegert, the great Soviet lifter in his prime, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how we all want to look when we grow up. He had a teammate, I think it might have been Kolev, a 90 kilo lifter. I mean, that's the way I always want to look, ripped to shreds, massive spinal erectors, massive shoulders, massive thighs. But, it's just not that important to me. You just don't run out of bed and look like this, folks. I don't know, Marco. I hope that helps. Thank you.